But I do
Checker flags out.
I do like
Place.
how ACC is so focused.
We'll let Sean finish his
You know, just on like
Martin finish
two
their
car
discussion.
classes. You know, in one sense it's kind of annoying, but in another sense it makes it better.
Well, there should be a third car class before too long.
I hope it's GT2. That'd be fucking awesome.
Well, there's no GT2 series in reality anymore.
No, that was our first race, our first ESR series.
Pit lane speed limit is 80 kilometers per hour.
Yeah.
No, touring cars is more likely to come in at some point. Because there's actually an SRO touring car series.
Huh, cool.
The pit exit is clear. Push now.
Welcome to Red Bull Ring.
19 minutes to do the business.
Don't get a flat spot right
Let's get
away,
some heat to
Rich.
these brakes.
Welcome to Red Bull Ring for the prototype GT4 mixed class event here in Race Room with the ESR community. I'm, of course, Michael Magus, and I was slowest of the GT4s in practice. I'm going to blame that I have actual ballast on the car because I'm in third place in the championship despite not actually having very good results. It's been an attendance thing. And I always kind of disagree with ballast that kind of punishes attendance, but fair enough. I understand the logic. Also, don't have my GT4 set up for this track. I swear that I did, and it's disappeared on me.
Clear left.
So I'm trying to remember, to a degree, what I did change. So far, I've gotten the car to be a little bit more pointy with some work with the springs. And I'm pondering dropping some downforce to hopefully be a little bit more performing in the straights. Also, to be honest, there's just a simple thing that I don't think I got a very representative lap in. And that's my fault. Like, it's not like I hit traffic every time or whatever. It was just I didn't really deliver to the level that I know I can. We got 8 GT4s today, and I think 11 prototypes so far. That number might go up as the race comes closer and closer. And Tony St. Clair is back on the grid, so we got the guy who was leading the championship until he missed the Shanghai round is back. So that's going to complicate things at the front. And you might notice that there should be a lot less squeaking this video because I did, well, I created a new footrest basically, which was the thing that was doing most of the squeaking. That being said, there is still my brake pedal, which does squeak when it is pressed or released. You probably heard it just there actually going through turn. I'm going to call it turn 2. I think it's turn 3 in reality, but turn 2, the actual turn 2 is really just a full speed kink, so. But it's, to be clear, the squeaking is not the chair. It was the footrest and the pedal. And the pedal is still squeaking. Looking for the cause of it, trying to figure out what I can do. Did do some WD-40 in there, and hopefully it reduces the squeak, but I think realistically, as I've said before, second-hand pedals, not always a great plan. So what is the goal today? Well, the goal today is to hopefully qualify somewhere above last and just make the best of it, really. I don't have the pace to really be on for a podium or anything, but it's Red Bull Ring. People do mess up a lot here. It's a track that can definitely bite you very easily. And let's see where I am here on the first lap. It is last place, but within a second of Zifo Duran, who I want to say was pretty close to the top of the time charts in practice. So, not a bad start, and I'm ahead of Javier, although I think based on that time, Javier definitely messed up, as opposed to that being a legitimate indication of pace. So.
Your brake temperatures are looking good.
And behind me is Mauricio Delgado. I think he's actually the only Visit Florida car today.
Clear right.
And ahead of him, it is Guido De Palma. or De Palma's the GT ahead. It's Wayne Hutchison up ahead that came through a little while ago in the Daytona prototype. Specifically, I couldn't get a good third sector paired with a good first and second sector. Getting a good first and second sector paired together was not hard in practice. And getting a good third sector wasn't necessarily hard. It's just getting all three of them together into a cohesive lap time that was a bit of a problem.
The guy in front has just done a 140.8.
Practice has been a little bit light for this track, but I don't think that's really going to be a tremendous factor. Because it's a track I know really, really well. I've had some good results here at the Red Bull Ring.
P5, that puts you
formerly the A1 Ring.
The pace. The leader's just done a 138.8.
Oh, that's going to be a cut track.
You need to watch the track limits. Green flag sector 1.
To be honest, I'm not even really sure why they enforce track limits there. That curb will murder you to the point where I don't think you can get a decent lap cutting the track there, to be honest.
138.6.
The big challenges around this track are the elevation changes and also the
yellow flag sector 2.
fact that your tires are in great different states of temperature throughout the lap. They'll be cold, they'll be hot, they'll be too hot. It's dealing with kind of everything.
Yellow flag.
So he who can handle the variable tires the best will often see a major advantage. Cole McRae there in the wall.
Green flag.
But I would like to find a few tenths at least here to make me feel a little bit more comfortable going into this race.
Your right sides are cold. Okay, Michael, there's a faster car approaching.
Also tomorrow, a big announcement about the upcoming 3D Speed Series and Assetto Corsa Competizione presented by ESR and admin by yours truly. So get ready for that. Whoa, Richard.
Yellow flag. Incident clear. Green
Richard
flag.
DeRoche boldly exploring some track limits there.
Yellow flag in sector 2, P6.
Oh my god, I was half a second up.
Same here.
Green flag sector 2.
Oh, lost Javier. Hopefully he's coming back.
Left side, clear left.
Always down to scrap with Javier Perez Torres. A pleasure as always. Also, the entirety of the bullpen in my De Bears series on Super Mega Baseball.
There's a faster class car approaching.
Right side, clear right. Car left.
It's a bit of
Clear
an inconvenient spot to get caught by.
Sector 2 is.
Oh!
On your left, clear left.
How's the car? How's the car?
Green flag sector 3. Alright, Michael, we need to watch these track limits.
Car seems fine, but I feel like I need to go make some adjustments just to the setup in general, so let's ditch it into the pits here. One of the more confusing pits. Oh, I just forget which one it is. It's the first one. Javier's back. That's
Engage
good.
limiter.
Oh, I'm near the back of the pack for change for pit stop. I'm in the last stall. I don't think I've ever been in the last stall. Alright. This is a 40-minute and a 20-minute race, so there is no mandatory pit stop, in theory. So what can I do with this setup? I mean, I could... Let's try the 7-wing. See what we can do. I do feel like the third sector is the particular problem. There's a lot of kind of understeer to a degree in that turn. I'm already kind of
Richard, are you on an
having
actual lap?
to what's the word I'm looking for? To break earlier and also to
Go ahead.
10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
shift into the wrong gear, in my opinion. Like I feel like I could carry more speed through there if I could do it in 4th gear, but getting the turn done legally has been a problem with that philosophy.
There's traffic approaching. Watch your mirrors.
So,
We need to get some heat into these
right
brakes.
now, I'm just trying to tune the
Faster
car
cars
for that
approaching.
area.
Blue flag.
What's going on, Javi?
Javier's having problems.
Left side, clear left.
Through goes Ariel Zatoni. I want to say I haven't seen Ariel in the prototypes before, so a bit of a new face. Not a new face to ESR.
Car
Certainly
right, clear right.
very familiar with him. One of our regulars from Argentina. And it's Wayne Hutchison. Has a moment. I'm going to let him and
On your right, clear right.
Fumihiro Kobayashi through. Although, you know what? That flashing the headlights. Now I kind of regret that I did that. Well, I those who know me, I'm not a big fan of the impatient flashing the headlights. Number one, because the flashing of the headlights means so many different things that it just doesn't seem to really fit. Like I knew there that it was get out of my way, I'm coming through, I'm the upper class. Fair enough. But it feels like the flashing of the headlights doesn't communicate anything to somebody who isn't already aware of what you're communicating. That makes any sense? Like if you did that to me on the racetrack, and I didn't already, know that that's a prototype coming up. Either Sean Kenny just got caught by track limits or saw someone do something incredible with track limits. I'm not sure which. But what I'm getting at is, I guess the big thing is people flash the headlights at blue flag cars a lot. Basically, is to basically say, blue flags, get out of my way.
Track limits.
The thing is, if the person isn't noticing the blue flag being waved at them or being shown in their car,
Okay, Michael. There's a
I
faster
feel like
car
they won't
approaching. Delivery was
actually
just done
see
at 138.2. Blue
the
flag.
flashing of the headlights. I'm just gonna pull over here. There we go. Like it feels like the people who see the flashing headlights are the people who are already going to get out of your way, and the people who actually need the reminder are the ones that are not going
Yellow
to
flag.
see your headlights. So what are you doing, really? I'm very disappointed with
clear,
that
green
lap
flag.
time I have up right
Right
now.
side.
Not even
Green flag.
not even the position of it, just
Still
that
there,
that's
clear
slower
right.
than what I did in practice. So
Right side, clear right.
stunned that Martin's lap stayed legal through that, actually. All right, let's try it in 4th gear. No, that's getting too wide. And now the next lap won't count. Oh, frustration. I know it can be done. That's the frustrating part.
Sector 2 is clear.
I've done it.
E7.
It's
There's
not even
one
like
count. You've got
it's
the
not even
track.
like it's a theory that it can be done. It's
Can't
it's
do
something
a lap.
I've proven that I've done.
1.1 was the first one. It was horrible.
We're getting,
Yellow flag, sector 1.
the track cuts are brutal. I mean, I feel like I'm on the track.
Sector 1 is clear.
Yeah, I had about half a second at some point. I just can't do it anymore.
So it's clear that pace is not going to be my ally today. My
Yeah, I had a
ally is
couple
going to have to
seconds, fucked
be
it up.
consistency, managing the tires better, which won't even really be a thing in the second race because 20-minute race tire management isn't going to be super important. But just limit the mistakes and make it happen, I guess. Like I don't really know what to say. off the pace today.
Sector 1 is yellow.
Could just be, again, that big pile of ballast I have on me. I mean, yeah, sure, there are drivers that get ballast because they're, like, you know, always winning or whatever. And they can just drive through it, and it's not a huge deal.
Green flag,
But
sector 1.
when you're just basically being...
There's 5 minutes to go.
When you're just basically being ballasted because you're of your championship position, it is going to hurt a lot more because it's not like I've had big results in this series that leads to a third. I've had, like, a single podium back at Silverstone. I've not had a podium since, and I've been ballasted since. So you could argue ballast is doing its job then.
Your brake temps are good.
But I don't know. I think it's doing a bit too much of a job. But then again, I'm the one that's ballasted. And obviously when you're on the wrong end of any system, you're going to be a little bit sour about it. So there is that. Do appreciate shout out to Alberta Arjona and Murray Iwanchuk for being really cool about taking well, in the case of Murray, a penalty from the Hungaro round that we did last weekend, and in the case of Albert, being really cool about his spinning being ruled a racing incident on the stewarding video that I did. So guys who are taking their lumps with pride and dignity. And that deserves a lot of credit.
Incident in sector 2. Sector 2 is yellow. Yellow
Murray was very...
Sector 2 is 0.6.
Murray was a little
off the
heated
base.
about the penalty until he actually watched the video and
Green
watched my
flag,
breakdown
clear.
and came to largely
my
the same
God.
conclusion. I will say James Butler here. He was up in third place. Probably not a threat for the podium
On your left. Clear
as
left.
much as his pace would indicate, because I've seen him off
Hurry
a
up,
couple
Sean.
of times.
It's all right. I'm fine. Or you'll be fine.
Fucked up my lap
I
there,
need a
though,
lap.
getting past him.
Don't worry. You got it.
The car behind's a faster class. Green flag, sector 2. You're currently 2.3 seconds off the pace. Sector 3 is 1.3 off the pace.
Sorry to the
right.
prototypes in
Clear right.
advance. I kind of need a lap. It's been terrible so far. 7/10 off of the next car, Sergio Bengual. Oh, this is going to be painful. It's looking at a really good result in the standings through attendance, but it's kind of counterproductive right now. Feels like I would have been better off missing a race entirely and having less ballast, but less points.
Car right. Hold your line. Clear right.
Sean Kenny going through. Did so reasonably cleanly.
Just 2 minutes left. 2 minutes to go. Sector 2 is 0.6.
You can see the first
off
two
pace.
sectors are not necessarily a problem. Within a second of pole position, it's
Alright,
just
Michael,
I'm losing
faster
like
class car
a
approaching.
full second here in the third, and that's a massive problem.
Sector 3 is clear.
Car left. Clear left.
It's like, oh shit, no. Oh! I mean, it wouldn't have gotten me up anywhere, but it would have at least gotten me to a respectable lap.
Sector 3
Ah!
pace.
Oh, this is gonna be painful. This is going to suck. It's a bit frustrating. What am I, 32 kilos? Sergio's kind of in the same boat as me with 24 kilos. Again, not a super fast driver, but like you look at Guido de Palma, who's amazingly quick, 7 kilos only. 16 for Butler, who's been repetitively quick. Cole McRae's on 0. Wow, Cole hasn't raced, so there's nothing to do about that one. But I don't know. Just feels a little rough. Alright, so we're looking at how much fuel per lap. 2.8, we'll call it. 2.8. It's we'll call it a 41-minute race. I mean, what is the front end of the GT4 doing? What, 130, 138? So
Checkered flag.
we'll go
P8.
98 seconds. We're not gonna run that, but still, that gives us 25 laps
That's fucking beautiful.
and
this
70
car.
and change. So let's bump that up to
Don't
let's
forget
bump
fuel.
that up to 72.
40
just for
minutes.
Good luck.
safety.
Have fun.
Let's see here, 72 liters. Yeah, that gives us 1.5 extra laps from what we may be doing, so that's good. All right. Well, here's hoping that the race goes better than practice and qualifying did, and I can salvage some kind of decent result here from the two races. Now, on the bright side, race 2 is a reverse grid race. I've historically had some pretty good luck with those. You know, finishing kind of near the pole position for race 2, which
GT4
Is
watch
gonna be
out for
easy here with
braking
just 8
points on the
cars.
last Daytona there.
Yeah, we're fat cows.
And,
Shipment.
oh, that'll be interesting. The Daytonas are actually really bad on the brakes into turn 1. This could be interesting.
40 minutes.
That's another reason, actually, that
Okay,
the
Michael, nice and neat.
back of the
Stay
pack
out of trouble.
might not be
Kobayashi has retired.
the worst place to be. Oh, Kobayashi out already? What happened?
Go.
Right side. Clear right.
So we got the drop. Oh, got a huge advantage on Sergio Mengual.
Left side. Clear left.
It is a Porsche that is being run by Cole McRae. Should have known that. He tends to run that car. Of course, getting caught to the
Alright.
inside in turn 1
Hold your
and
line.
having to overbrake has given Sergio a run
Hold
on
your
me
line.
here.
Still there. Clear right.
Crew chief telling me the position, always helpful.
E. Palmer is now in the lead.
Something I tend to forget to turn on, and I really need to be better
Your
about
start's
it.
okay. We can build something from this. Make him do all the work. Focus on your exits. Watch your mirrors here. The guy behind's reputation is not great.
That's a little harsh. Sergio is a mighty fine driver. I still don't actually know what the crew chief bases his like driving reputations on. I think it might be ranked server ratings in Race Room. The problem is that so few people actually do those on a regular basis that there's just in general not really going to be a basis for them, I guess is what I'm getting at.
I downshifted to avoid you there, Sean.
So Kobayashi is still
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Torres ahead is increasing. It's
He
now
just,
0.8. 7th position.
Isn't racing, it seems, which is interesting. Oh boy!
Yellow flag in sector
And we
1.
lost Javi.
Go ahead, Rich. I'm lifting.
Javier's internet. No, he's still here.
Stay sharp. Green flag, you're clear.
Okay, so Javi is still here. He just looked like he vanished. And the Porsches of Butler and Cole McRae are tussling and giving me a bit of a chance to catch up a little bit. They've also got Tony Santa Clara in that group. Zifo Duran. Meantime, Guido de Palma is making a little bit of a breakaway.
Yellow flag.
Whoa!
On your right. Clear right.
Green flag, you're clear.
I am I'm very tempted to report Cole there, actually, because
Sector 2 is clear.
from my point of view, like, he kept bumping a car that was sliding out already, and it created a pretty dangerous opportunity for the rest
Sector
of
1
us.
is
And
clear.
Sergio Mengual picks up big off of that, making up like 4 places. I mean, technically, he overtook under yellows, like technically, but like almost everyone.
Let me know if my
was
ping is
pretty
getting
involved.
ridiculously bad. I don't want to hurt anybody.
I feel like I should want to tell Javi just to
Download
race
some
it
porn
out.
for later too, or what's going
Yes.
on? Okay, good man.
1:45. That lap was a 1:43.
Apparently that was the
0.65.
fastest lap of the race. Go figure. I imagine that's got to mean that Guido de Palma's running some illegal laps. Which I do wish this game punished a little bit more. Feels like ACC does a little bit of a better job of that with the time gained warnings. You can turn slowdowns on in race room, but
Okay,
I don't know, they
Michael,
become
next
very
car is Butler.
awkward. And
Torres is closing
I've
in.
just got
Gap
no
is
pace,
now
so it's
3.6
not
seconds.
it wasn't a fuel load thing. I did run kind of heavy in qualifying, you know. Had about half race length fuel in there, and that may have robbed me of some pace, but I wanted to have fuel in the car to test out any new things I tried in the setup, and well, Javier was just eating me up there.
Tires
Looks like
are
I pulled
cold,
away
watch
a
out.
little bit. He might have made a mistake. So 5th place, which is not bad. There we go, 28.7. That's more like it for Mr. Guido de Palma.
The gap to Menguile ahead is now
He's about
1.6 seconds. That was a
1.4
1:40.14.
faster
Good
than
lap.
he get.
That's your
give or
quickest
take.
today.
Call it a second and a half. There's Javier is caught up to me by about a second again. Just getting murked on the straightaway, it seems. And to a degree in that third sector. I'm just not very good in third sector. But yeah, I'm noticing that Javier is just kind of eating me up in the... not so much on this straightaway here, because it looks like I get off that third corner a lot better. But, but you can see he's closed it back up again. Just, I don't know. The only person with comparable balance is in second place, but he has also been the class of the field pretty much this whole time. No Liam Curtin today, so I'm going to make up some ground on Snowman 86. So that's a helpful thought. I think I'm just a little bit salty at this series, kind of in general, just because. So much of it when we came up with the ideas, I thought was kind of a bad idea. Like doing Daytona prototypes, just kind of honestly a little bit in
Your
general,
last lap time
and
was
then
at 1:39.74.
adding in the
That's your best lap in this session.
GT4s as the second class. It's been fun though. Oh,
Holy crap. I hope that was on the director.
I break early.
That's insane.
well, hopefully the director caught whatever Martin's talking about instead of me
No, it wasn't you.
almost flipping the car.
I'm guessing I had a little bit of draft. Sent me barreling out.
Javier right up behind me now. About 1 second behind. I guess I'll check on his ping. Your ping's under 60, Javi. You're good.
Thank you.
Not sure what's up with Javier. Hopefully Javier's computer is not back to doing the thing it was doing before. If you'll remember, if you watch the ESR commentaries, you'll remember there was a famous moment at Spa-Francorchamps where Javi's people called him to return to his home planet and save them. And he departed into hyperspace. It was an interesting moment.
You're being caught by the LMP2 cars. Blue flag.
Fuel is almost perfect.
On your right.
LMP2
right.
leader Caleb Gonzalez coming through.
Car right.
Then
Clear
it's
right.
Richard DeRoche,
Right side.
Martin Edmonds,
Clear
and
right.
Max
Yellow flag in sector
Simmons.
3. Blue flag in the gap 2. Torres behind is now 1.2.
On your right. Clear right.
Oh, nice to see Bertrand Barrier having a good run. He's been
On your left.
the
Clear
bad
left.
luck king through these prototype races.
Blue flag.
Ariel Zatoni.
Left side. Clear left.
So seeing him up in 5th place is nice.
I don't know about that one, boss.
Green flag sector 3.
Next up is John Barcadero.
Car right. Clear right. Right side. Hold your line. Clear right.
Javier up on my butt, along with Tony Santa Clara. It looks like Cole McRae hasn't really recovered from his contact. He's way back there. Does mean that he'll get pole for race 2, though. So, you know, soldier on Cole. Cole McRae, of course, one half of the commentary team with Ayrton Tubin on the Sunday ACC series. Although
Okay, Michael.
Ayrton
don't let this
intends
guy
to
distract
enter into some races this season. Not sure what's going to happen when Ayrton is not around to
Oh, Max with the shoulder check.
join him. Maybe have to solo commentary or find him a partner to assist him. We'll have to see. We'll see what he wants to do.
you. Sector 1 is 1.1 seconds off the pace.
So probably gonna have to deal with the blue flag bonanza a couple more times. They came through about 10 minutes in, so
Yellow flag in sector 2.
On your right.
Accident.
Still there. Clear right.
P5.
shut the door
Come
on
on, Mitch.
Javier. Which may not actually work out for me because now I got Tony Santa
Gap
Clara
2,
behind me,
red line ahead is now
who is a
3.1
championship
seconds.
rival.
Yellow flag. Incident clear. Green flag.
Somebody off, but it
Man, it's hard
appears to have
pass
been
in these
a
fucking cars.
Daytona prototype. Oh, it's Richard DeRoche. DeRoche back from second down to ninth. That's a big contact for the former championship leader and a guy who might still have a chance at hoisting the cup at the end of the season. The Chevy Cup. Managed to more or less keep with Sergio Mengual at least.
Man,
he
my
wasn't
wheel's
much
shaking so much.
faster
I'm
than me.
probably gonna
Oh,
have
somebody
a
else
flat
is in
by
the
the end
pit.
of this.
Someone has joined. Oh, it's Cole McRae. Too cold. Cole McRae. Or Cold Stone. I'm going to go with that. Cold Stone, Cole McRae. Pressure coming behind me still.
The guy behind's reeling you in. The gap's now 0.7.
Sifo Duran is up there competing, so I can't entirely blame the ballast for a lack of pace. There's definitely
Jesus.
a practice
Car
element
behind.
I can't keep it on the track.
and just a maybe not being 100% in the groove element.
Blue flag.
Mauricio Delgado coming from. If Mauricio watches this, don't take it the wrong way, but I'm always a little bit puzzled why Mauricio signed up in a prototype. Most of the drivers he historically is a rival
side.
of are in
Play right.
GTs. Because the idea, of course, is that our like platinum and gold drivers are in protos, and silver, like myself, and bronze, like, to be honest, nobody here, would go in the GTs, and Delgado's always been more of like competing for the Silver Cup title
It's all
than
over you. Keep your exit
the
speeds
overall.
up. Stay smooth. Sector 3 is 0.9 off the pace.
so it's always a little bit weird to see him in the prototype says Tony Santa Clara looks for way through. I'm just going to take my normal line.
Car right. Clear right. On your right.
I was a little afraid to turn in as much
Still
as I
there.
should have. Can
Hold
I
your
hang
line.
on?
Yep.
Hold your
Looks
line.
like I am for now.
Hold your line.
Can't take the defensive line to next turn, though. He
Still
has
there.
the overlap.
Hold your line. Still there. Hold your line.
Great racing by Tony.
Still there.
Shout it to him.
Still there.
Oh.
Hold your
ooh.
line.
Okay, that was a little bit of a turn in, Tony.
Hold
Here
your
I
line.
am giving you all the credit in the world, and you almost
Hold
forced
your
me
line.
off there.
Hold your line.
This is, of course, playing
Still
into the
there.
hands of Sergio Mengual. Okay, that was a little touch by
Still
me.
there.
Javier's in the mix.
Clear right.
So I think we both had a... Both were largely clean there, but both
Car
had
right.
maybe a controversial moment of
Clear
defense.
right.
Or, well, in his case, attack, I think. He was not fully ahead. Survive it. It's all working
Last
to
lap was at
Sergio Mengual's advantage.
141.76.
Need a good lap here. I mean, 24 minutes of this is not really feasible, but if I can defend for now... And that class best for sector will help. But again, it's the third sector that is my
Pull away
problem.
from the guy behind. The gap's now 0.8.
It's where a lot of the time is being lost.
I'm driving it sideways now, Sean. Good luck.
Is fun banging wheels in these things, though. It's a shame that the
And
Nice
again,
save. Nice save.
the
Yeah,
GT4
it's-
class in
Right
race
side
room
tires
is
cold.
the
so
tires fell off a cliff.
Just make it look good for the video.
in a word, what's the word I'm looking for? Incomplete, I guess is the word. With
Get your drifts
really
in.
just these BMWs, and then like the Porsche Cayman, the older Porsche being the only kind of like key cars to the actual GT3 class, like no Mercedes, no Audi, no
Audi.
Camaro.
Session.
Middle.
Sector 2 is 0.38 off the
Says your
pace.
mom.
Picked a good time to get my fastest lap of the race.
Okay, Michael, there's a faster car bearing down on you.
All right,
He's the class
hopefully
leader.
Caleb Gonzalez. Nah, he's just gonna zip
Right
by
Right
us.
side.
lost
Clear
it.
right.
I had to avoid him.
Bertrand Barrier is in
Don't
second
worry.
I
place.
lost it. I spun.
God damn it.
That's very cool. We were saying when they came through last time, I was really happy to see Bertrand up there. He's a guy that's had a really rough time with some like just technical issues and stuff, and just like
I don't know what I was doing.
Right
That's
side, clear
ridiculous.
right.
There's a group of faster cars behind. They're racing for position.
you don't have
On
to
your
weave
right.
through us.
Clear right. Car
Yeah,
right.
what
Yeah, what the
Blue
hell?
flag.
Clear right.
Reverse.
Christ.
Bertrand did give us a little bit of a heart attack.
Car right. Clear right.
Blue flag.
Kind of cutting off,
Guaranteed
Ariel
I'm getting
there.
that 100.
trying to give him the outside
On your left.
line.
Yeah.
Clear
It's
left.
a bit awkward when you get caught through there because the prototypes are like actually slower
There's a
under
faster class car
under
behind.
braking than
right.
oh,
your
Santa
line.
Clara
Clear right.
forcing me wide.
Cut the track. Keep Keep it nice and tidy.
Hold on. That was a little bit of a dive by Tony, I think. Nothing too bad, to be honest. But, well, I think honestly, I'm kind of anti that move
Engine
because it cost him a spot to
suspension damage.
Javier.
Yep.
Tire damage.
Go, Wayne, go.
Right side. Clear right.
My ACC
Oh my God.
teammate, Wayne Hutchison.
It's totally pulling to the
Although
left.
not my co-driver for tomorrow's race because he
Take
could
it
not
easy,
make
you've got cold
it.
tyres.
Tomorrow's race's co-driver will be Miko Watt, who's a driver I've never really worked with before. Very shy guy. I'm hoping to bring him out of his
Alright, Michael, you're reeling.
his
Maguire
shell a
in.
little
The
bit.
gap is 4.8 seconds. He's slow through turn 2.
I'm not sure how much of the advice I can really take from crew chief
There's a faster car approaching.
actually works, because I think realistically I was faster through turn 2 because Sergio got caught at blue
Blue
flag.
flag.
Car left. Hold your line. Clear left.
Aye.
Sorry, Michael.
It's okay. I'm a little salty.
Keep digging. That's 20 minutes to go. 20
Jack
minutes.
will be
You're halfway
judge of
home.
that.
Got plenty of fuel.
Alright, when are we pitting?
Oh, yeah, pit right
I
now.
need tires.
Still hanging on to 5th place.
Sean, your beer
but
is ready. Box,
some
box.
miraculously here.
I've been eyeing it. I'm like, man, can I get a sip in?
Sean, this is your pit crew chief. Code White. Code White. Please report to the pit lane.
The guy behind's catching. The gap's now 0.6.
Where you
Oh,
going,
don't
Martin?
worry, Mia. I'm gonna pressure him.
Oh, I'm slower than both of you.
Oh, we'll murder each other. Don't worry, you'll get 5th.
Are you picking stones, Martin? Picking up stones?
I think I have a flat. It's not drivable anymore.
He'd be past me if he would pick better spots to go for it.
It doesn't show 0%, but the car just not turning.
Okay, Michael, hold your nerve. Just keep it smooth. No mistakes.
Car left. Hold your line. Clear
Leaving him
left.
room.
Yellow flag. Stay sharp.
Did I hit him?
Green flag. All
I
clear.
didn't feel contact. Did I hit him, Javi, or did he spin
this
on his
is
own?
Ridiculous. I'm thinking of just dropping.
It's a bit of a
quitting.
bump, but it was not his corner
The
at all.
gap to Maguire. In front is now 4.6
He's
I
been
just-
doing that
seconds.
the whole time. I mean,
I just didn't.
that's how you have
I
to
just
race.
didn't feel contact. Is all.
I saw it, but maybe, netcode.
I was still gonna send him an apology afterwards.
Again, he's been racing like that the whole race.
I should
Green
have
flag. Sector
signed
2.
up for
You've
this.
used half your fuel.
Fucking
Sector 3
hell.
is
It's
0.6
not
off the
drivable.
pace.
It's done. I don't
Pit
get this.
and get yourself some new tires.
And a
mean-
swig of beer.
I mean, it's not like you're alone on like people complaining about the tires. It sounds like. So if you
Nah,
pit,
the car is not drivable now. Like, it's not even turning. When I turn, I go sideways automatically.
yeah, that's what I mean. Pit, fix the car up, and you might see some other people pit, or just go really slowly and you'll pick them off. Also, I mean, like, even if you pit now and still finish last, it's a top 10 position.
We call him Maldonado.
So these cars only give you 10 minutes of fun race and then it's over.
I don't even get that.
Or some driver.
Oh, yeah, I got a flat. 0%.
Incident in Sector 1. Sector 1 is yellow.
showing- Yeah, 0% and no
Yeah,
PSI.
completely blacked out, right?
Yeah, it's black. Oh my god.
Green flag. Sector 1.
So that'll be Mr. Martin Edmonds into the pit lane. Doesn't help me at all. But it'll be interesting to see if he can put some really good laps on some fresh tires and come
Don't
back.
think about the lap times. Just
It'll
hit
be
each and
interesting
every
for the
apex.
commentary.
That's your quickest lap.
Best lap of the race, 39.4. It's 6/10 faster than I qualified on, so that's not bad. Tony is about 3 seconds back after our potential contact. Javier is all over my rear bumper.
Yeah, I think I'm done with this.
Soldier on. Hit the pits.
I believe in you.
If I didn't quit the last couple weeks, you can't quit.
That's what I'm saying.
It's also, it sounds like half the prototype field's got problems, so you might still be able to get like 5th. Like, that's the weird thing, is like there's 10 prototypes here
Turn
today.
2 is
There
like
were
a
11.
fucking war zone.
There were 11, but Kobayashi didn't make the start. And that's a lot of points.
15 minutes left. Okay, Michael. Don't think about the lap times. Just hit each and every apex.
It'd be like one thing if like it seemed like you were the only one struggling. I'm not talking to Martin right now. I'm just stream of consciousness. It's it doesn't look like.
Well, Road America, it took me 22 minutes to get a flat.
The stewards have warned us for cutting the track.
That's
Keep
talent.
it between the white lines.
Alright, Javier's
Car right.
claiming that inside line with a
Hold
way
your
better
line.
run off the first corner. See, that's corner 2
Still
back
there.
there, like I was talking about before.
Still there. Hold your line. Still there.
Can I out drag him?
Hold your line.
We'll find out.
Hold your line.
Sergio's got to be happy about this.
Hold your line.
Because at points it looks like
Clear
I've
right.
maybe had the edge on Sergio, but
There's a faster car behind. He's
having to
class
fight
leader.
Santa Clara and Javi has slowed down the progress and kind of given Sergio free reign.
Right side. Clear
Caleb
right.
Gonzalez through. A little bit of an odd angle here from that, but doable. Still Bertrand Barrier in second place. Now, hopefully Bertrand doesn't come weaving through us this time. That would be ideal. Because it just wasn't really needed. Like, I was trying to give him room, and he just zips to the other side of me for no particular reason. Tony's still all over us. I'm surprised Javier with that damage is not slower.
On your
A little bit
right.
late on the brakes that time.
Hold your line.
Compromising me
Still
again
there.
on the run to turn 3. Santa Clara coming
Faster
up.
cars behind.
Bertrand
Still there.
coming up.
Blue flag.
Here comes Bertrand.
Hold your line. Still there.
That's the other thing. You kind of
What
see
are
how
we doing?
Clear left. Clear all round.
you're okay.
That was scary.
There's always a little rubbing
On
at
your
that turn.
right.
Blue flag.
Clear right. Car right. Clear right. Right side. Clear right. Left side. Clear left.
Excuse you?
That one was a bit of a dive bomb.
Okay, Michael. There's a faster car approaching. Blue flag.
Car right. Clear right.
Simmons to the outside, leaving the room. We banging like Leclerc and Verstappen there, Javi.
I don't want to know which one I am.
I
Not
think
me either.
On the example, I'd say you're Max and I'm Charles, but we'll see. We'll see what happens at the end.
The gap behind is now 0.6 E6.
Though I want to say the banging between Verstappen and Leclerc was actually that turn, not turn
Fast
3.
car approaching.
Here comes Richard
Car
Rocha,
right. Clear right.
who's come back to 7th place at least. Was leading the championship heading into Shanghai, but unfortunately was not able to compete. So the deal with that turn 3, because I feel like I need to explain the contact I've had there, is that the offline line
Inside line covered.
has so many disadvantages that you don't want to leave racing room to the inside, and because of the camber of the turn, the chances of like smashing door to door leaves a reasonably good chance of not upsetting the car. Like you'll know.
Okay, Michael, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
We banged through that turn, what, 2, 3, 4 times? And nothing really bad happened. Except for maybe some dents in the door. And that's why you kind of get away with it there. Whenever anyone goes to the inside. If you go to the inside there, you need to expect that the car you're trying to pass will come down on you at least to a fairly decent degree. Now, if I force someone over, like, I think there's a little bit of a yellow curb there. If you force someone over there, then you feel bad. But a little bit of rubbing there is absolutely racing. Yeah, there.
Seeing a bit of wear on your right front.
Curb there,
Right
if you get
side.
too far on it.
Clear right.
If you force someone
Fast
too
car
far on that,
approaching.
it's a problem. So we got Martin Edmonds up next. He's already claimed a spot on... Well, Mauricio also pitted, actually. So there you go. As if to prove my point. And we know that from what they've said that Richard and Sean are a little banged up as well. There's Martin. Where is he going to catch me? I was going to say, if he wanted to come through there, I left him a little bit of room.
On your right.
And I'll float just a little
Clear
bit
right.
wide there. And extradite ourselves from that blue flag pretty cleanly. I think I'm braking a bit too early in that turn. Might be an area I can pick up some ground. At least on myself. Mauricio should come through in the straightaway here.
Alright, Michael. There's a faster
A
class car
misunderstanding.
approaching.
I hope.
Sector 2 is 0.6 off the pace.
Or not.
Left side. Hold your line. Clear left.
No, Tony. I'm not letting you go around me off track.
Yeah, it's pretty sus.
It's a little bit of flaunting of track limits there.
Right side. Clear right.
You'll see minor wear on the fronts.
On your left. Clear left.
This man is
I
out
can
here
s-
playing Project Cars 3.
On your right.
It's not that
Clear
bad.
right.
It's probably just feeling the pressure of losing the championship lead last time out.
Clear left. Car left.
Sadly, Tony is not going to be in tomorrow's
left.
race. Him and, I don't know if it was him or his partner Diego
tires
Lasasso,
are
but
cold.
one of them had one or both of them had a problem with attending. And have booked themselves out. Dropping us to 19 cars, 38 drivers for the race. Did have someone ask today if they could join. And I said yes, but I outlined a couple of like really time-sensitive things they had to get done, and eventually they decided they're going to pass on this one and hopefully come back into the next one. So that'll be interesting. I guess the problem is, like, if somebody I really know asks to join,
You've got 10 minutes of
then
fuel remaining.
there's not so much we need to do. But if it's someone new to the community or who's been at a couple of community events, but just not too many, then it's probably a little bit more
Okay, Michael. Hold your
problematic.
nerve. Just keep it smooth. No mistakes.
Right side. Still there. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear right.
That was a
Track
little
limits, watch
physical.
those lines.
Might want to look back at that one on the replay. We'll see. Feels like he just drove me off the track. Depends where the contact is, though. Like, if he is alongside me, then it's
Jesus
probably
Christ,
fine.
Every time I come around turn 2, someone almost fucking drills me.
The class leader from our faster class is behind.
Well, last place it is. But that is still 7th. And it does still carry a lot of points. Had a lot of fun, if nothing else, here battling with Tony and Javier, even if I'm not
On your right. Clear right.
not the
5 minutes to
happiest
go.
with
5 minutes left.
Tony's driving. He is a little bit slow in there too. Looks like the podium's had a bit of a boring day. They're kind of spread out.
E7.
That's a shame, because you don't... Even, you know, you appreciate the result, but, like, you don't go racing to have a day to yourself. You go racing to... Frankly, to do what I've been doing. Fighting wheel to wheel. Only thing I really have to maybe report to the steward is that overtake by Tony. And considering that I may have tapped him into a spin, that
All
might
right,
come
Michael,
out as just a
keep
penalty
piling
for
on the
both of
pressure.
us.
He'll make a mistake.
We'll see. I did
car
think,
behind.
and I still do, that was a little
Blue flag.
problematic. Who's coming through?
Car right. Clear right.
Ariel's a Tony. That breaks off the fight for a little
Front
bit.
now. 1.7 seconds.
Might as well
Car
let Sean
left.
through.
Clear left.
Ooh, was that a blocking move that Tony pulled on Ariel? That might draw some ire from the Argentine
Blue flag.
towards the Spaniard. So Bertrand Barrier is down
Right
to
side.
4th,
Clear right.
ahead of John
On
Barker.
your right. Clear right.
Barker's having a good day. Front tires are
Blue flag.
getting a little bit to be a handful. Max Simmons is having a little bit of a
Car right.
kind of
Clear
backwards
right.
race. Currently running 6th. Javier is all over Sergio. That would help me out, because Javier is quite a ways behind me in the standings. Sergio's a little more of a
There's a
an
faster
immediate
car
threat.
approaching. Stay between the lines,
So,
please, Michael.
Go Javier in that fight.
Blue flag.
This might be a little bit ugly with Richard here. Hate the
On
blue
your right,
flags at
clear
this
right.
turn. Because you have to kind of brake where you don't want to brake in a GT4 to let the prototypes through cleanly there.
2 minutes to go. 2 minutes.
Because that's one of the sections where the kind of lackluster traction and such of the prototypes kind of work against them. front row for race number 2. Let's see what I can do. At this rate anyways. Looks like we'll have probably 2 more laps.
That's 5 minutes of fuel left.
Perfect fuel calculation, I might add. Enough to go slightly over time, which is nice. Getting a decent look at the Javier Mengual fight.
Incident in Sector 1. Sector 1 is yellow. Okay, Michael. There's a faster class car approaching. Blue flag.
Woyne Hutchison coming
Sector
through.
1 is clear.
Last of the prototypes that has
clear
not pitted. I would have thought Wayne would be in for a little bit of a better run here today because he usually has a lot of really good tire
One more
management.
lap to go. Very little
And
fuel
from what
left.
the prototype drivers are saying, that just seems like that should, on its own, kind of get you into the top 10, into the top 5.
There's a faster class car behind.
I understand that, my guy.
Javier got Sergio.
Right side,
I
clear
mean,
right.
not gonna lie, part of my little lizard racer brain is like, just all 3 of you hit each other and take yourselves out and put me into 4th.
Sorry, Max.
But I prefer to earn it. Alright, officially the last lap. Still putting on a decent pace for myself despite the compromised tires. It's just I don't know. We'll have to look at the 2 incidents with Tony, basically,
That's it.
but otherwise,
We're
a fully enjoyable race. And we got race number 2 here. 20-minute affair, so I should probably figure out my fuel calculations for that. Coming up with 36, which completely makes sense. Should get 13 laps. So car setup.
Blah.
I still. Can we get that up? Yeah, we'll go 39. Give that extra lap. Alright, chance to steal some glory here in the reverse grid race. Cole McRae alongside me.
I don't think I earned any points in that one.
In his Porsche. Don't worry about it.
That's a tough track, man. That's just, and these cars are they're fast and fat.
You race me fine, Javi.
Nah, the other Spanish dudes are probably gonna have to say something about it.
I don't think Tony can say anything about anyone. He drove me off the track when he passed me.
minutes.
Nah, same with Sergio.
Get ready,
I
mate.
don't know. I didn't want it to go that way.
Green, green, green.
Kobayashi off to a slow start, but I think that's just the prototypes.
Car right.
I do get the
Still
racing
there.
line into this corner.
Yellow flag.
Hold your line. Clear right. Right side. Clear right.
Cole, if I may say so, I
Clear.
think
Incident clear.
put a little too much gas on that. Would have murdered me.
Green flag sector 1.
We'll see what the steward thinks. I mean, it'll come to nothing because nothing really happened.
Yellow flag. Stay
But
sharp.
it did make me back out a little bit.
On your right.
I saw Tony Santa Clara in my
Rewind, you're in
rear
the
view
middle,
mirror
clear
off the track.
Green flag.
Clear all round.
And
On
some
your right.
prototypes
Clear
recovering.
right.
Okay. No problem.
There's a white flag.
Holy shit, Caleb's on voice comms. I didn't even know who that was. I don't think I've ever heard his voice.
Torres, he's gaining on you. The gap's now.
Car left. Clear left.
Let Richard through. It's always a bit of a mess on lap 1 when the Daytonas
flag
have
sector
problems. But we are clear now. I get to worry about Cole and Javier. Guido de Palma, race 1 winners up to 4th. Tony Santa Clara, despite his problems, is still in 5th. Which probably means that Butler, Mengual, and Duran had some similar problems. Javier looking to the
Right
inside
side.
here into turn 1.
Right side.
Fastest lap for me.
Clear right.
Just means that Cole had an illegal lap. That's really all that means. Don't know how Cole is under full fuel circumstances, of course. We saw him in qualifying.
On your right.
Was a fair bit
Still
quicker
there.
than me in that.
Hold your line.
Banging doors with Javier again.
Hold your line. Clear right.
He'll get the better of that. You just
The guy
can't get
ahead
much
is
wider
Torres.
there.
Yellow flag sector 2. Yellow flag.
Oh, Cole lost it.
Car right. Clear right.
That would have been a race. That would have been a race lead if I hadn't gotten past by Javi.
Sector 2 is clear.
De Palma's, of course, my worry because he's got a bullshit 7 kilos of ballast. As one of the fastest drivers, probably should be in a prototype, but is in a GT. Was absolutely dominating at the early part of the season, along with Joaquin Juan Irena, and then they missed a couple of races, fell back, and as a result are kind of ballast free. Not entirely ballast free, but
Incident
quite
sector 3.
ballast,
Sector
but
3
very
is yellow.
limited on ballast.
Car right. Clear right.
Fastest lap briefly to Javi, and then to
On your right.
Zifo Duran,
Still there.
who along with Tony Santa Clara is on my tail,
Hold your
and
line.
Guido de Palma. I'm in a big Spanish
Hold your line.
morass
Clear
here.
right.
Mengual
has been
disqualified.
Green flag
I
sector
think,
3.
I
Come
think
on,
Sergio's
Michael.
mad about
Right
something.
side.
Whoa!
Still there. Clear right.
That felt like a massive dive bomb.
Time to get defensive, mate. He's quicker than us through turn 1.
I feel like it has to be said that the gloves are kind of off with Santa Clara after
Incident
2
sector 2.
minutes now,
Sector 2
and he
is
gets
yellow.
really late on the brakes
Clear left.
again.
Yellow flag. Green flag.
I wonder if Tony will realize that he brakes later than everyone else, and that's why he spins.
Spin is no reason to quit, though, surely.
Cold tires all round.
Oh, he probably thinks I spun him, but I didn't touch him.
The gap to De Palma ahead is increasing. It's now 1.5 seconds.
I just mean, like, in general, his, like, late lunge passes are because... are exposing himself to probably spinning.
Especially that corner.
15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes. This is great. Come on, keep nailing those exits.
Alright, what's the lap time? It's only going to be a 140 something.
P3, your lap time was at 141.20.
Got some messages coming from my little bro Kyle and my big cyber bro, basically, Byron.
Right side. Clear right.
Zifo Duran trying to find his way through. I mean, definitely shut the door on him there.
Now 1.0.
And we'll see if he gets angry about it. I wouldn't necessarily blame him. But at the same time, I think he's going for a move too late there. Like, that corner is mine if you don't have a solid half-car overlap, lap, in my opinion.
Your right sides are cold. Yellow flag, sector 3.
Almost halfway through. Cole at the back.
Sector 3 is clear.
Down to 6 GT4s left. Oh, we lost Cole. Still on the podium for now, but I do feel like it is for a limited time only. As Zifo Duran is all over my back end and Butler is coming. Just do not have the pace today. I got the fight. I've got the bravery.
Take it easy, you've got cold tyres.
But not the ultimate pace.
Okay, Michael, don't let this guy distract you.
Go to the corner, dude.
On your right.
Do you see that?
Still there.
Lock, 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 lock.
Hold your line.
There's no trail braking with
Clear
this.
right. Left side. Clear left.
I believe in you, boss. 12 minutes.
I think I'm done. It's the worst car I've ever driven.
It's a prototype.
It
Why would
actually
you
makes
trail bake
me
that?
done with race run, period. This is ridiculous.
I mean, it's an old car in all physics.
Blue flag.
Yeah, let's
Here
try
come
to
the
put that-
LMP2
Traffic
runners.
coming through. Sean Kenny in the lead.
Car right. Clear right.
Oh! I did get it.
Clear
I did
right.
miss a gear shift there, so I'm not gonna too mad about that bump.
Ahí se va a matar para acá.
I think it was a relatively fair result to me missing that gear shift.
Blue flag.
On your right. Clear right.
Yellow
On the
flag.
inside,
Green flag,
Travis.
sector 2.
Car right.
It's the second time.
You're clear. Incident clear. We just had a warning for cutting the
Well,
track.
we bring it home. Throw the report to the steward because, I don't know, like, unless that looks a lot different
Yellow flag,
outside the
stay
car,
Alright.
that's the second time he's gone super
Green
deep
flag, all clear.
into that corner to try to get past me.
Car left.
Okay, Michael, there's a faster car
And,
approaching.
Clear left.
Like, that's a highly contested
flag,
corner.
sector 2.
That's a corner you need an actual overlap to go for. Not
Yo le he chocado, tío.
like I've got my bumper there. You got to get your car there, the body of the car.
Blue flag.
That's what makes it such a fun corner, is especially because if
10
you
minutes
get the
left,
car
10
there, you
minutes to
can
go.
bang,
Clear right.
like me and
We're halfway
Javier
home.
were
Fuel
doing.
looks okay.
Who was that spinning there, Richard?
Palmer is leading the race.
Oh, it's me.
How the fuck did you recover so fast?
I didn't spin out.
Oh.
Ooh, I might run out of fuel.
The gap to Duran behind is now 2.0.
That would be embarrassing
V4.
for Sean. He waited up for me, and a lot of people will say I shouldn't report him because he waited. My problem is that he did the same thing twice. Like, that's kind of the thing, is like he did a super late lunge there, I want to say 2-3 laps ago, and it didn't work, and nothing really came of it, so there wasn't really a problem. But then he tried the same thing, and to me, like, excuse me, just because he let me through doesn't mean that he realizes he's even in the wrong. I think that people let people through because of a bit of a gentlemanly thing, and it's like, there was a whole video a while ago about, like, people shouldn't do that and how it's actually making people worse, and I agree and I disagree. I agree that it's a gentlemanly thing to do, and it's not necessarily a bad thing in any way to do, but it doesn't replace a penalty, because if you don't know why you spun the car out, like, if I run into the back of somebody and it's just a fun race, I'll let them back through. But I also probably won't bother to go back and figure out what it is I actually did that was wrong. And that's why I'm going to
Michael,
report
you've
it.
got half your fuel left.
Unless I see something completely different when I review it myself.
You've
Like,
just
always,
done a 139.48. That's your fastest lap today. Duran behind is pitting now.
I always review, and I don't even actually, based on him pitting, I don't even know if he actually let me through or if his car is just borked. I take
The
a
gap
drink.
to Butler ahead is increasing. It's now 13 seconds.
I always check the replay before. I mean, obviously, one, you got to find the screenshot there, but two, the accident may look completely different on replay than what I feel like it felt like. To me, walk you through this. It felt like there was a negligible overlap, and that Zifo tried to jam it up the inside into a gap that was always going to close.
Already made contact with Wayne twice now, I think.
You guys holding hands?
Going walking in the moonlight.
Stewards have warned us about track limits. Keep it between the
We
lines.
can do this together.
So what I think happened with Zifo is he had ever so slight of an
10
overlap,
minutes of fuel remaining.
and then tried to force his way up the inside. Contacted me on the, I'm guessing, rear quarter panel, and spun me around.
Sector 3 is yellow.
And the thing is, if you hit that turn that we just went through, turn 3 there, with
Green flag
only a
sector 3.
quarter overlap,
Edmonds has
the turn,
retired from the race.
the corner's not yours. That's just all there is to it. Like, that's not a smooth multi-line turn that you're setting up for a run to the next one. No, that's either your, I'm gonna say, like 2/3 at least overlapped, or it's just not your corner. And I don't know why you're jamming it in there. set it up for next turn when you're clearly faster than me getting in there.
Gap to
Go
Butler
for
in
it
front
then.
is now 15 seconds. Okay, Michael, 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes.
Zifo's a
left.
good
Nice and
driver,
smooth
so
with that
hopefully-
throttle. Keep it balanced.
Hopefully today was just a aberration. 'Cause he's been a good driver for in our series for a while. I'm less angry about the Tony one. The Tony one feels like he did have the overlap for the move. It's just that I also feel like he just completely drove me off the track.
We've just cut the track.
Well, Guido got past Javier. So you see what I mean? Like, there's no off track there.
Car behind's a faster class.
It's a big yellow curb, a little bit of
Right
astroturf,
side,
and a sand
clear
track. Or gravel, or whatever that is.
Blue flag.
Car right. Clear right.
Barrier in second place. That's nice. We did lose Martin from the race, though. Martin just came back from vacation. I think forgot how annoying the prototypes were.
P4.
Lol.
Huh?
No real chance at a podium. I just can't keep up. 3 minutes of change
Flag.
left. Leader would have just gone past the
Right side.
start finish
Clear
line.
right.
So, just clearing out some
On
blue
your right.
flags.
Clear right.
Okay, Michael, there's a faster class car approaching. Keep it within the track limits. Blue flag.
Press that turn up a couple times. Go ahead, Mr. Barker.
Right side. Clear right.
It's a shame because this race had such it had such potential. I don't even mean like for a result, because with my pace, I don't think there ever really
On your right. Clear right.
there really was
Car right.
any high potential for a result.
Clear right.
But there was a high chance for what the Red Bull Ring is kind of famous for,
On your
and
left.
it was really
Clear
good
left.
door-to-door
Gap
racing.
to Butler ahead is increasing. It's now 19 seconds. That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
Two more laps to go.
There's a faster class car
Probably.
approaching.
Because, of course, it's based on when the leader went across the line.
Okay, Michael, we estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining.
And
Blue flag.
the Web Hub agrees with me with 1.9 second or 1.9
Car
laps
right.
showing.
Clear right.
I think just Daytona's left. Gonna have to make a real cognizant effort to get ready for Daytona. It's, I think, a double point event.
Sector 3 is yellow.
It's also going to be really cool to race on the Daytona track layout that they've got here in Race Room. Historic track. Not necessarily one that I think of as necessarily being great to race, but it'll be really fun. And
Sector 3 is clear.
hopefully a nice healthy grid, although after today, I don't know. think a lot of people end up with hurt feelings after a Red Bull ring, usually. In my experience.
Yo, vete por debajo pasarlo, tío.
Because it's a bit of a banging track. Specifically turn 3, but there are some other areas as well.
Fuck you, man.
Caleb's not happy about something.
Last lap. Your lap time was 140.17. Very little fuel left.
Alright. Last lap.
Sector 2 is
Oh,
yellow.
that's going to be an illegal one.
Okay, Michael, we've gone out of track limits. Keep it between the lines. We think that Delgado has binned it in turn 3.
Well, that doesn't help me.
Sector 2 is clear.
Delgado is a prototype. Shame, because it looks like the battle for the top 3 there looks at least pretty close, pretty tense. Would have been nice if I could have been in there for that, but c'est la vie. I believe Bertrand is quite happy.
Ah, good.
Catching up a bit on this for lap, but probably just a mistake by Butler. And of course,
Oh,
nothing
my.
result impacting. So nothing in the way of actual good results here today. Well, I mean a seventh and a
That's the end of the
seventh and a
race.
fourth
We'll get him next time.
is good on paper results, but they were last place in both cases. Just did not have pace today. Had some exciting battles with Javier and with Tony Sinclair and with Zifo. A little bit with Cole McRae at the start of race 1 as well. Sad to see Cole get two DNFs though. It's a bit weak. I mean, I'm gonna pull up the standings real quick here before I hit the stop button, because I think just by attending, I probably moved up in the championship, which means more Palace for Daytona. Not necessarily a good thing. Let's see here. So I came in with 270 points. Yeah, that's going to easily overtake No Curtain and Zifo getting a 0 in that second race.
Cars.
What do you mean you won?
You won.
I
Might
got
put me
no
up.
ballast. I mean, it's like I should be.
Fucking place.
Yeah, I
Someone
mean,
wiped me out and won.
the people had good days
Yeah, it
were
would've been a different race.
Javier,
I mean, I had
James
such a
Butler,
cushion,
and
but-
Guido, and they were way behind me. So,
Yeah.
championship-wise, it works out. On paper, it's a good result.
Man, it looks like Kobayashi's
but it
parallel
does
parking in the pit.
it does feel very
New strat.
does feel very hollow. Anyways,
The first race though, I had so many off tracks, and like I swear they were by like a micrometer.
2 hours of Paul Ricard tomorrow.